Hello and welcome everyone. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. My name is Grey Wonder XD. Oh, right. Gloomy. Do. Hold up. Hold up. That should be good to go. What? It's still dropping frames. Even though I plugged in Ethernet. What? Hold up. We'll see if it stabilizes before I do anything. No, it's destabilized. Let me try and fix that real quick. Charlie? Hey Milo, I am just doing some technical difficulties right now. For some reason it keeps on dropping frames. I'm gonna see how everything works. What the Sigma, I don't know what any of that means, but okay, maybe that works. No, it's still dropping frames. I mean, it's a small amount of frames, but it usually doesn't do that. I love being... I think you misspelled that. I think you were trying to spell waffles there. But great to know that you do that. By the way, your second message, I thought it said Fortnite or something. Don't know why. The first letter, or the first word, looked like Fortnite with me not paying attention as much. Okay, so we're continuing with this character. We're gonna go depart on the best kind of quest, and then we're gonna try and kill good old Bear off. So, probably get his armor before Tobikadachi. How you doing today, Milo? It's been a while since I've streamed, and I do prepare to stream very often because I have a good schedule going on. The desert.
Okay. Got it?
Okay. I can't wait to get this quest out of the way, I will say that.
Don't get us killed now, Hunter!
Don't get you guys killed now.
I'm so excited to go out and see this new piece of evidence.
The slag was found in the desert area of the Wildspire. Guide us there safely, partner.
That wasn't what I was going for.
One thing's for sure, the environment here is completely different from the ancient forest.
Yes, the Wildspire waste features a mixture of dry land and swamps, which naturally supports its own unique ecosystem.
I can't wait to get through this part. It takes forever.
Hey, look! A waterfall!
The water filters down through the sand and collects in the lower areas, thus creating a mire.
Oh, great. We get to go uphill now.
Come
Gonna
on now, my
capture
dear
the
handler,
spider.
put your back in it!
Look at that insect. Is that some type of beetle?
The wildlife here are quite resilient creatures. They have adapted excellently to the dry climate.
Even the plants have learned to survive. The fruit scattered throughout the area has a hard shell that helps retain moisture.
I guess I'll go and collect the tough skin fruit there. Hey, Allison, how are you doing today? How are you doing, Allison? I wonder if there's anything I can, like some sort of plugin I can put that notifies me whenever
Dear me.
you
We
guys
made it.
message in the chat.
Can
That
we
would
have a
be
break
so
now?
nice. I'm good. How are you? I am doing good.
Look, the Wildspire. That's where
Doing
we'll
pretty
find what we came
good
for.
in terms of life right now.
But we still have a way
I
to go.
already have a streaming
on we go.
schedule. ready to go for next week. I'm probably gonna make a community post about it
Actually, downhill might be worse. This is so heavy.
and try to do quite a few things on the channel. And I was like, you know what? I have enough time today to do a stream, so I'm wanting to do that for a bit. Okay, cactus or cacti. It's very tippy top.
Did you hear that?
Everyone, stay on guard. Come on, Pard. I need you over here.
I don't want to be over there. Gosh darn it. Nice. I still don't have a streaming recording scheduled. I've been working ahead in Amanda's class and Wise's class, so I was able to figure out some timing to kindly figure out a streaming schedule, and not just that, my workplace decided to put me for 16 hours over the weekend. So the maximum hours I can work is 20, so I only have work for like 4 more hours throughout the week, which is so much more manageable.
In times like these, it is important to stay calm.
That did sound help.
Go, go, go. Just move on through. You might be able to use your slinger to create some kind of noise and distract her.
I'm just gonna distract her the old way. Hey Lahana, how you doing? How's it going? It's going pretty good. I'm just kind of relaxing.
Go, go, go! Run for your life!
Okay, they're out of here. I'm doing that pretty good right now. I'm ahead in school, and but mostly I have like a lot more free of a schedule soon, so I'm very happy about that.
Phew. That was horrifyingly
Yeah, I've been
close.
kind of super hold up. I kind of been working ahead in class too,
Well,
but I
like
also am
any
kind of
Rathian,
lazy.
Actually,
The part of having no
she
motivation,
could
just
provide
wanting
the
to,
commission
or
with
and just not
valuable
wanting
data.
to.
Hunter,
I mean,
I
like, the
couldn't
big part
trouble
about,
you
like,
for a
motivation
sample, could I?
is obviously you want to do something. The problem is jump starting and getting yourself active and up, you know? So, what I understand, at least in terms of my channel, there's lots of periods in which I just do nothing on this channel, and that's just because I get very busy and all sorts of things. And those are completely understandable
It
circumstances
certainly
because
seems
school
to
should go
exceed the
first, right?
measurements in all the
So,
guild's rankings.
I
ultimately,
wonder, how many years
so
does it take for
long
beasts like
as
this
I
to
can
grow
keep
to such an
everything
enormous
kind of
size?
balanced in my personal life, I can also pursue the channel on the side. And try and be as, you know, consistent as possible
Oh, look,
while doing so.
Abseros.
So,
Herbivore
the
native to this
big-
region. Wait, why are they running?
the big thing is,
See? When
it's more or
Abseros
less
feel threatened,
you
they
have to
assume
figure
a
out why you
defensive
want to do
posture.
it, as
Whatever's
much
out there,
as
It could be a danger to us too. We have to be
they
careful.
want to do it, if that makes
Finally.
sense.
I thought we'd never get here.
And more importantly, it's also good to just start out small,
Glorious.
because
It is
the
absolutely
fundamental
massive.
problem
What a
is
magnificent specimen.
you can have grandiose ideas for
We're
what
almost
you
there.
want to
Keep
do,
it
but
up.
the problem is you haven't developed the skills to necessarily fulfill that. Which leads to frustration, longer times editing, and is the worst aspect of content creation. So the big thing is just understanding your
kind of present
motivation
Zora
and
Magdaros
trying
has
to
left for
start
us.
relatively simple while also still capturing what you want ultimately. That really does help. I wouldn't say you're lazy just because you're unmotivated. I just think you still need to find something that actively engages you and makes you want to do that. I'm super good. It's been so long. How's teaching going? Actually, I dropped the education part of my degree. I am just an English
Let's see
major
what kind
now.
of present Zora Madros has left for us.
Yeah, that makes sense. I want to make videos. I just don't want to edit them because it's too tedious and boring. I lose interest and don't want to do it. So the big thing like that motivated me to start editing is I think of jokes or I see potential for jokes that no one else sees. I'm like, I want to bring this into the world. Right? And there is some qualities that I think is far better for recording compared to streaming. So, for example, I can,
Look over there. Another clue.
let me cover up real quick. When there's boring moments, I can easily just edit them out, right? When it comes to jokes I realize afterwards, I could easily edit those in, right? I can make a concise narrative about what I actually am thinking about things compared to what I am in the moment. I just wish I could stream more than record. There's pros and cons to both. Obviously, streaming, you don't have a lot of afterwards work, unless you want to do like stream compilations.
Come on.
But another aspect is just hitting like stream and getting ready to go. It can lead to a little bit of stagnation.
Scholars are still in danger. You have to take down that barrier.
You know, because lack of innovation.
Don't worry. I'll keep the scholars out of harm's way. You're stuck
What?
in the mud. Get yourself out of that gunk before you do anything else.
So that's you're not funny? I mean, there's someone that has probably your sense of... Why am I just lunging into that? I think funniness is, like, relative. I imagine someone would find your humor funny, you know? In the same way that there are going to be people that find my humor not as funny. Not everyone likes dark humor jokes that I make. Not everyone has the same sense of humor as me, etc., etc. But it's true about cutting out the boring parts, and that's fair. Yep. It's kind of like I'm able to make a far more concise thing compared to a stream where I'm going to be jumping topic to topic and doing all sorts of things. I'm also talking to a bunch of people, so it's not just me focused on one thing. It's actually me focused on chat, the game, what I'm about to say, my emotional state. Like, you're thinking about a lot of things while streaming. And that can lead to not as, like, purely engaging of a way of going about it, if that makes sense. So, for example, like, if I'm doing a challenge run of a video game I love, I am not going to be playing as well on stream because I'm focused on way too much all at the same time. I can obviously do well enough to get by and stuff like that, but the aspect that is engaging for like a stream is people are watching it live. It's not just one of those things where I can edit out the parts where I look bad and stuff like that. It's one of the things where I can do stuff. I've actually been thinking about doing some movie commentary and theory analysis videos. That could be a good idea. You just have to make sure you're careful with copyright and edit the video enough for it to be transformative. But that could be a fun time. I'm not gonna lie. I need to sharpen my weapon. Also need to heal a little bit. You know, I'm going to get Baroth in trouble with Diablos. I guess Diablo didn't want to come out. Neat. I mean, like, video analysis and that type of stuff I think would be very fun and interesting to go about it that way. I think that would be a fun thing to do, and you could just do video games on the side or something of the sort. Whatever you want to do, really. It's your channel. But the big thing is just make sure you make it transformative. Because copyrights is lucrative. I already know that you know about that, but it's just more or less like, man, it sucks. Because if a corporation can make easy money off your work, they will. Because I have this theory of the effects of vampirism on the younger characters in movies. Mostly look at the movies near dark, Lost Boys, and Interview with a Vampire. That's fair. That is very fair. The big thing is you could easily do what AVGN and a few other YouTubers do, where you kind of give your honest thoughts about certain things, look at the cinematography of certain films, etc., etc. That didn't work out. That is not working out for me. Oh, he did it on his own. I was trying to get him to do that.
The head will change a monster's course.
Because of the movies show the effects, I mean, in Lost Boys, and the characters of the show are to show the opposite with the lack of effects, but we'll say no more of it because I'll go on a rant. That's fair. I mean, you can feel free to rant. I do it all the time. Okay, let's see if I can get that second. Nope. The big thing is that you're making something that you feel like no one else would or could, you know? And it doesn't have to be like masterpiece levels of work. What I'm saying is, like, it's something that only you can think of. Or if it's not just something you can think of, you can bring your own twist to it. I'll just have to rant about it next time I see you. Sounds good to me. The big thing about, like, motivation is it's one of those things where it's just not one answer. There's many answers about how motivation works. And I can probably discuss like 1,000 different things that work for me, but they can only work so much with you because you have entirely different motivations than me. I'm not that interested in like cinema and stuff like that. Obviously, I learned some editing tricks, which make me a little bit versed in cinematography, but I don't really watch movies all too often. Obviously, I watch horror movies, but that's just because that's my jam. When it comes to just like, let's say rom-coms, I know nothing about them, right? I'd probably be the worst person to bring upon for talking about that. But it's not like I'm making content about it. Did I carve up his tail, perchance, already? I think I might forgot it.
You did it, partner. Okay, I'll be waiting over by the slag.
I think I might have forgotten his tail. I did cut it off, but I forgot to carve it. I feel wasteful. There's a chance I can get it if I'm fast. I don't think I'll be able to get it, though. I don't have water mobility as a skill. That's so unfortunate. Why'd I do that? Chance. There's a chance. I have some mini projects. Come on, come on, come on. Carve it, carve. Yeah, let's go. I have so many projects I would like to do, but I just can't get myself to work on them. Mostly meaning like writing stories, videos, and drawing because I'm currently trying to better my art skill. So,
Hey.
the way to
Glad
get
you're
better
back.
at something
Oh,
is to
don't
try
worry.
and narrow
I found a
down
safe place for the
exactly
scholars
what
to
you
hide.
want to do.
I guess I'll go round
Because
it
if
up.
you go in like so many
back at
directions,
camp.
you're just going to get overwhelmed and ultimately not as productive within that skill development. Another aspect to take into consideration is because you're developing all these skills all at the same time, let's say for example, each day that you work on just your drawing, you get 5% better, right? And this is just thinking linear progression. But you could only do like 5% a day. Well, if you do editing and drawing at the same time, that's 2.5 in both. Then you have your writing on top of that, and that becomes 1.75. So, or not 1. Is it 1.75? No, it's 1.25, I believe. No. Let's just say if you have 4 things that you're trying to improve upon all at the same time, you're not going to be effectively doing as much, if that makes sense. It's much better to just focus on one skill at a time than do multiple, if that makes sense. So for me, I do a lot of drawing still, but I rarely do it, and it's not because, oh, I don't like drawing or anything like that. It's just me personally is I go through like waves of what I want to do. Like, oh, some days I want to improve my drawing. So I do art
force
analysis
compels me
stuff
on,
and
and I can
then
see where it
go
takes
based off
me.
that. Human anatomy, it could
If
be
you
based off
too feel
mechanical
so
aspects,
compelled, then you
etc.,
will cross
etc.
paths again.
I blame my
the
ADD
end of all
hyperfocus
this.
jumping from thing to thing, but you make a very fair point. It's more about training yourself to think and conceptualize that way. But with ADD, obviously,
Was that where he was?
neurologically, it's going to be vastly more different. In some aspects, you can try and hone yourself cognitively to be aware of like what you're doing exactly. And then in other aspects, it's like, well, this is just how things are right now. It kind of just be that way sometimes. But the more important thing is just understanding how that works. It might be best to just focus on one of those skills at a time on what you need to do most
Good to
of.
see you.
And it's not like you can, let's say, for example, with videos, if you write your videos, you're doing two things at the same time, but they both accomplish the same thing. So you can hone your writing and video making at the same time, right? Or you're making thumbnails for videos, but I will tell you now from personal experience, drawing custom thumbnails for each and every video sucks. To put it very simply, it just all depends on what you're trying to do. You can do multiple things at the same time for the same project.
Okay.
The problem is that takes a lot more time, or
Wildspire waste
it takes a
immediately.
lot more effort. I'm also I'm a perfectionist with my own projects, with another stumbling block, because I get mad at myself for dumb things I do, especially my art and writing, because I suck at both. So the big thing of learning is understanding you have to start somewhere, right? Even the world's greatest artists have to start somewhere, right?
Thank you.
Pottery makers do not start with making these beautiful pots that people spend thousands of dollars on. No, they have to start somewhere, and some people have natural talent, but that only can go so far. What I'm trying to get at is, yes, what you have to understand is perfection is impossible. We can get very close to it. In some ways, people can view our work as perfect, but in reality, we are going to be so far from perfection. And as much as we want to make things perfect and everything of that sort, the more we try and go to perfection, the more drawn out things get, and the worse the project actually comes out as. I have found when I do research papers, I have like the perfect idea and all sorts of things, but because I want to be as perfect as possible, I end up going on far more rabbit holes of research than I can conventionally do within the time frame of the project, right? So it becomes a massive issue of time management, but I want to be as good as possible. So what ends up happening is I just get nothing accomplished. Instead, I communicate to myself like, hey, I have a set amount of time. This is obviously some of the ideas I really want to accomplish in this idea, but ultimately I have this amount of time to do this, and if I can't do it within this time frame, I can push it back a little bit, but I'm not going to take months upon months to do one single video project, unless it's something like I really want to do. If that makes sense.
We have an emergency.
But then again, I'm also, I would say, a perfectionist when it comes to trying to bring what I have envisioned into the world. For example, I delayed my album, the Healing Process album, probably by 2 to 3 months because I wanted to make a pixel art thumbnail just for the simple fact that I haven't done pixel art in a very long time. Now, if this was like a project I was getting paid for or I had a strict deadline, etc., obviously that would not have flew by. People would be upset. Project managers would be like, yo, what's going on? That sort of thing. But since this is just like a passion project that I'm doing on my own, I want to make it as what I want, right? But the reality is, the reality of that is just simply, I have a clear vision with it, but I'm not gonna have it as the perfect album because there's no such thing as a perfect album. We can really enjoy certain albums from certain musicians and we can be like, oh yeah, this is like peak work from Tyler the Creator. But the problem is there's still a chance that he can make something even better than what he already produced. The big thing is just being patient with it and accomplishing what you set out to do. Not make something perfect, not make something that is a full encompassing of your skills. Just experiment and play with it. Kind of become a little playful with it, you know? Thinking about messing around with the Kinsex a little. That's effect heal. I might mess around with the insect blade for once because I was watching a few videos and it looked really fun. I'll do like 2 of them and see how it goes. But yeah, motivation is kindly hard. But depending on how like certain things are, it becomes a little bit easier. Hey, sorry, gotta go, but I need to go help Mom with something in the kitchen, so I don't get to come back before you in stream. Have a great stream and bye. Bye! Be safe! Hi, Charlie. What are you doing, Charlie? I'm gonna hate myself for doing what I'm doing, but for now, it's fine. It's fine. I need to do quite a few things, so. Okay. So let's manage Kinsex. Go ahead and mess around with Kinsex for once because why not? and this will need a boulder bone. Okay. So let us use the insect labor ones. And we'll do let's go with this one. Never played with Insect Glaive except for one time. And that was just to show my brother it wasn't that hard. And to be honest, I honestly don't remember how to play. But there was like some really cool things that this YouTuber was doing, and it's like, wow, that seems fun. It kindly wants me to, makes me.
The insect glaive is a close-range weapon that lets you control kinsects.
Okay, let's look for the stone. He must have left some kind of trail.
So that's like the big attack that severs things.
You can switch to your slinger while aiming your weapon.
Okay, but how do I... That's actually kind of funny. So you can do infinite combo there, essentially. How do you lunge up into the air? So you... Okay, that's how you do that. How do you do the do? Go into Teacher's Notes, Weapon Controls, Insect Glaive. So I can set a mark target, and then you do art. Okay. So I do. Okay. I think I can do it. I think I can do this. Probably gonna be different in practice though. I want the pink hair. I did not capture him. That's so unfortunate. But well.
Ah! Huh? Wait, what's that there? Wait! What's going on with the scout flies? Watch their attacks. You don't want to take hits like that head on.
Okay. I'm not looking forward to the fight that we're about to do. You know why, chat? It's because I have to do it a lot soon. This is the one water monster throughout the entire game. As I decided, you know what? No water.
Is that the scholar? What's that he's sitting next to? It looks like a bear?
Yep, it's a bear off. A very dead bear off.
God, don't let him find me. Don't let him find me. Oh, I saw it. No, the Juratotus, that didn't kill the Baroth. It was,
Might not have been Gyarados, but he certainly wants to kill you now.
New target! New target! Hunt that Juratotus! Proceed with caution!
Oh, don't go underwater the whole time. Come on. Maybe put fish around this area.
Dodge their attacks. You don't want to take hits
Okay.
like that.
Okay. Wow, that is so weird. Okay, these damn fish are starting to annoy me. I have to retrieve just get my weapon shirt. I'm gonna kill these fish. Only issue I find with the insect glaive so far is the sharpness. It goes by so fast. But maybe that's just his weapon. That could be very well the issue. They were just like, let's not give them too much range sharpness. I want them to spend it all in one place. Let me fill up my health. He just did that to Mochi. How dare he? Okay, the sharpness. I think the sharpness would be going that fast.
The monsters are fighting each other? use this to our advantage.
I broke his back. Let's go. Those fish are back. Why? How'd they respond that quick? Might go and get some inside shirts. I think it's far better for flying wyverns. Right? Like... Okay. My bug killed him!
You did it. But I can't shake this
Okay,
feeling that
so,
there's something
like,
really
if you
bad about
have
those thorns.
full Kinsect extracts, I think this could be very fun. Especially once the combo starts speeding up. I think that was number 3. We're gonna get the sticky mode. Interesting, interesting, interesting. Charlie's now asleep at my feet. I mean, like, Insect Glaive definitely has not been historically a bad weapon for me. I know in, like, 4 Ultimate, it was probably one of the more overpowered weapons, just for mounting mechanics alone. But at the same time, the years have not been kind to it, but in this
Gather round,
iteration, it
everyone.
doesn't
Thanks
seem
to
too
you,
bad.
we've made our researchers have done
My
some
brother will
scanning
be
The Great Ravine.
rolling
The huge.
correct. So
on
I
the
have
floor
I say
after
we
hearing
try and
that,
capture
though.
Zora once it gets there.
Have you gone mad?
Capture it?
Hear me out. The ravine is the perfect terrain for staging such an event. We're not going to get a better chance than
If we don't take this opportunity, it could be...
Is it even possible?
if I said it wasn't. Would that stop you?
Okay.
Let's give it a go.
Then it's settled.
Before we send the hunters out for the capture, we need to secure an engine.
Already been 1
You're
hour.
right. But be careful. The Anjanath.
Commander, if I may. Hunter, I could use your help. Drop by later, if you will.
Another thing. That troubling report we received. Think you could?
Right.
Good then. Let's get this show on the road. Everyone dismissed.
Next monster is Toby Kadachi, then
We should
Anjanath.
probably listen to what the chief botanist has to say before we do anything else.
Whoa.
Gillimantle.
Our next assignment is to hunt a Toby Kadachi. We should be able to find it in the ancient
So
forest.
here's the problem, everyone. Because there's only one water monster, in this entire low level and high level gameplay, till we get to master rank, we're gonna have to farm the crap out of Gyarados, and he's the most boring fight. Don't know if I really want to subject you guys to that, I'll be honest with you. But as you already know, with Sword and Shield, especially, Elemental's king. So, not just that, to get the really good stuff, like, oh yeah, the Rathian Sword and Shield, we have to make several of these. I have to make several Puke Sword and Shields as well, just so I can get the Great Gyros one. But to get the Toby Kadachi one, you have to make several Jagger's Edges, Baroth, which I'm gonna see if there's a Baroth. I know there's a Diablos one, but I don't know if there's a... Oh, there's not a Baroth one. Okay, so this is Sever Boost and... I'm probably gonna have to watch a tutorial on how to do that. Then once we get to the Coral Highlands, we have to do lots of grinding for materials. Let's see here. What should we do? I'm thinking we go help people go against Baroth, mostly so we can get extra material.
Oh, yeah.
I probably would show you guys some of the clips I had for the some of the things I was doing.
Hunting is a close-range support weapon that plays status-buffing melodies. Buff yourself and the team to gain the upper hand.
Wonder. Okay. Gonna have to look at how the notes are. Mounted the monster, guys. Well, it didn't really help all too much, but I came, I saw, and I did it. I got several scalps from him. Boy. I did nothing to be proud of, but for some reason, I came in and I just did a solo on the Barrel's face. He was like, "What kind of crappy music is this?" And he just died, just like that.
Hello.
Might not be a bad idea to go Cooley and Cool routes. Let's see here. Might not be a bad idea to make the Puke Puke bow. I think I'm done with today's stream because I gotta figure out those technical difficulties. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.